Hey guys, welcome back to Rev 22. So good to be back with you guys. I hope you enjoyed the interview with Terry Saka. It is amazing. I always love having Terry on. He is such a wealth of knowledge. I could talk to him forever. Actually, in that episode, I just happened to hit record because we were just talking. I was like, hey, Terry, I got to hit record. All of this is really good. He's such a great friend. And the knowledge that he has is incredible about where we are in the markets, what's going on. He's got 5 different licenses. He owns Cornerstone Asset Metals, which is the only place I've ever bought my silver or any of my metals. They are all filled with the Holy Spirit in his office, and the best. They're just the best. If you're not using Terry Saka, I don't know why, or maybe you've never heard of him and his company, but he's been around a long time. There will come a day, though, that he will no longer be doing this. I feel it. He is so ministerial. He has such a ministry on the inside of him. And one day he will hang his hat. So until then, you guys, the window's closing. Hurry up and get what you need from Cornerstone Asset Metals before the Lord moves on. And that goes along with all of us. You know, today I'm going to be talking about prophecy and economic things that the church is so clueless about, which I do talk about a lot. But there will come a time where I'm not talking about that anymore. What's done is done. We will be in Revelation 13, although I really believe the church will be out of here before then. But there's a lot of things that will transpire before the Lord returns for his bride that we need to build arks for and get ready for. It really does shock me that I cannot get any church to entertain the conversations that we're about to have right now. And that is the entire conversation of this transition in the way that we move money. I don't really know how else to say it. I've been saying it for 10 years, at least a decade, maybe 8 now, but almost a decade. It was obviously a lot harder of a conversation when I was talking about it at the very beginning of, the Bitcoin and the digital currencies 8 years ago. It was laughable. It was like tinfoil hat stuff. It was, I'm not investing in that. That is like a gaming coin. I've got to live my life. To now where it's obvious in front of everybody's face, and people still the average person still has no idea what an XRP is, no idea what a Bitcoin is, no idea what a cryptocurrency is. In my own church and all the other churches, just the church aside, the entire world, right? There's about 1% of us that see that this is bigger than being wealthy by being in cryptocurrencies or learning a new market. This is biblical. And I cannot get most of the church to see that this is what God was talking about in Revelation, where you may not buy or sell without a mark. That is where blockchain is going. That is where AI is going. And the church does not want to talk about it. They don't want to educate their people about it. The people still don't want to get into it because they feel like it's too volatile. And that's because they don't know where they are in time. Most churches aren't teaching about the return of the Lord. And most of them aren't teaching their congregations about digital currencies and why it's important that they know it. Most churches, and I'm not just picking on pastors and churches, I'm really not. There is a lot that they have to handle and hold up on a daily basis. But there are a lot of people that have different giftings that can come alongside a pastor and help carry it, help carry the house. There's people that know eschatology really well, know the times and seasons that they're in about the return of the Lord. There's teachers that know about faith. There's teachers or people that know about the revivals. There's some that operate in signs, miracles, and wonders, healing ministries. We all have different levels of giftings and importance as it pertains to the Lord's return that the church needs to know about. And we will go through such a massive economic flip above anybody's imagination very, very soon. I do not believe that we have longer than 3 years to get our affairs in order with money. It will get bad. I often talk about the black horse in Revelation 6. You have these pre-tribulation horses. We are there. And the black horse is an economic horse that is set across the globe that will devastate everybody economically. Now, will there be some people that rise above it and won't feel it? Absolutely, right? Absolutely. For the ones that have been paying attention and understand when a paradigm shift is happening before it happens. This is what I'm talking about. Before we go any further, before I forget actually, because I can get talking and forgetting. Thank you, Lord, for reminding me. I have so many tools right now that I've just slashed half off because it's the new year. A lot of people are wanting to like change their lives and make better habits, and my prices are what they are. I know my value, and I know the people that I hire to come alongside me. I know their value. I have to pay for staff and all of these things. So, and it's taken me years to develop the skills that I have to teach other people how to do different things that will change their life. So my prices are what they are. So they don't go on sale very often, but I have slashed up until the day after Christmas Patreon by $52. If you use the coupon code 50 off when you join Patreon, it will give you about 40% off, which is about $52. That's option number one. If you know nothing about cryptocurrencies, then I have slashed my masterclass, which is 7 hours long, half off. If you use the coupon code HALF at checkout, you will get that entire course for half off. Also, if you do want to join Patreon, I do have a gift for you. This is my favorite planner. I am not affiliated with these people whatsoever. This is called the Christian Planner. I've been using it for over 5 years. I used to have a subscription box, a Christian subscription box, and this came in every January's box. It is my favorite Christian planner. I've been using it for over 5 years. I have an extra one because I ordered it for me for in January and my husband. And if you sign up for Patreon this month before January, I will do a drawing and one of you will win this free planner. It is the best planner I have ever owned in my life. A lot of the book club members, because this is what I'm using for, organizing my life, of course, they all bought one. I talked to them about how much I loved it and they bought one. I'm not getting paid for it. I'm not getting kickbacks for the Christian Planner. It's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite out of all the planners I've had, and I've had many. You will get that for absolutely free. We'll do a drawing on the 1st of January. Haley will mail it out to you. She will draw the names. We'll let you guys know on live. And Patreon, I'll send it to you. Also, a new gift for Patreon. I just want Patreon to know that I am doing a new thing every single month for you guys. Every single month, I will be giving away a free membership to all of my Patreon members. Absolutely free. Every single month, I will draw one of your names to see which one gets the free membership right back to you. So I'm excited and thinking of all kinds of ways all the time to bless the people in my life and in this ministry. And I hope that blesses you guys starting the 1st of January. Also, the book club. Here's another option, guys. Just let me get through these because they will help you. They will help you change your life. The book club is $35, but it's absolutely free for Patreon. And here's an option. If you're just in a place where you cannot afford coaching or mentorship, guys, I would suggest joining the book club. I spent years reading, and all of the wisdom and the knowledge that I pour in coaching, and obviously from the Word of God, but a lot of it also is just being diligent and reading. That will change your life alone. Not reading material that doesn't produce fruit, but by reading material that you probably normally wouldn't pick up on your own. I pick the books, they're financial to discipline to faith and prophetic things. I switch it up, and there's a sequence to the way I'm doing things this year, and it will really help you. We have a community, a chat, we have a dashboard. Videos are uploaded on our website when you sign up. Just bookmark the website, and I see you on the 1st and the 20th of every month. It's amazing. We have a great community. So speaking of community, the only way that we're going to get to be the 1% as the black horse rides, and as eventually this beast system begins to build, because guess what? The beast system is the blockchain. It's not the maturity of it because it's going to be intertwined with artificial intelligence. But this is the infrastructure, the Bitcoin, the XRPs of the world, the Solanas, the all of these things. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you're extremely behind. And all the tools that I just talked about, you must get, guys. There's no way at this point, we're so far along that you're going to understand this on your own. When I'm posting about, I don't know if you guys have seen, I've been posting a lot about this one specific asset called Luna Classic that is going to 150x probably this month. And it was prophesied to do that 3 years ago. And we're just seeing that promise. But some of you are going, oh, how do I buy this? What do I do? How can I, whatever, get in on this? We are so far ahead in this structure that's being built that it goes beyond me just telling you, if you've never had any crypto experience, this specific asset to get, which is Terra Luna Classic. You having no idea about the market, you're going to fail. You're going to fail. You're not going to know how to sell it. You're not going to know where to sell it. You're not going to know what to do when it gets delisted. You're not going to know where to send it. You're not going to know how to send it. You're not going to know how to flip it into USD. So that information that is giving everybody else a wealth transfer would be absolutely worthless to you because you've had no teaching and understanding of what you're doing. There's even a lot of people in my mentorships and in my master classes that because they did not stick with it, because they didn't stick with the community, or they didn't stick with teachings, or they didn't stick with understanding this new monetary system that's coming, or maybe their church isn't talking about it, they too, even though they're invested in some things, will not succeed in being the 1% or will not succeed in this new digital currency because they don't have any understanding of how it all works together, how to use it, how to multiply it, how to stake it, how to lend from it, how to gain dividends from it, how to do all kind of things and real estate with it. There is so much to this. And the church is still blinded and they're clueless. Right now, we have Congress, we have Trump talking about all of these things that he's wanting to do with the cryptocurrency market. Him and his sons right now are the largest holders in this space. When it used to be in his first term, his largest holding was real estate. Not anymore. Now his largest holding is cryptocurrencies, and Trump started a cryptocurrency coin and a business, a banking enterprise called World Liberty Finance that is a cryptocurrency that you can buy. His son, Eric Trump, has started a business mining Bitcoin, and they're already producing massive returns on this company, on the stock exchange, which you can go buy it. Do you know which one it is, right? Do you know where we're headed? There will be the death of our dollar. The paper fiat that everybody wants to go and have and exchange and go buy with is disappearing. And it really does shock me that so many brush this off. And this is what they do. I see it all the time. They get interested, and because things get hard or they get frustrated or it's not the norm, they think to themselves, I'm done, I'm not doing this anymore. Or the price in this asset that I just bought went down, I want out. There's no financial education at all. It seems to be in the churches. Nobody's coming in talking about these things that are coming. Right? They're not invited in. There's so many of us out here that are teaching these things and should be in the churches going, warning, warning, warning. This is where it's headed. You must learn it or you're going to be forced to learn it. And when you're forced to learn it, you're going to barely have anything left to buy food or pay your bills. You will just get rationed. You will get rationed these assets to be able to just do simple things in life. Look, it's biblical right here. Revelation 13. Let's start with Revelation 13, verse 16. Also, he compels all, the small and the great, which is the Antichrist, and the rich and the poor, and free men and the slaves, to be given a mark on their right hand and on their foreheads, signifying allegiance to the beast, and that no one will be able to buy or sell except the one who has the mark, either the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. You must have wisdom to understand this, guys. Let the person who has enough insight to calculate the number of the beast, for it is an imperfect number of a man, and his number is 666. Now, there's a lot of things pertaining to that last verse we won't get into today. But this is an economic, huge disaster coming on the world to control the people, control the food supply, control commerce. The only way that you can do that is through AI and a digital blockchain. It is the only way. It's the only way. And 99% of the world and the church has no clue. They're still living their lives normally in systems that are dying. We have banks telling you to your face, probably maybe not even 6 months ago, that buying Bitcoin, buying these assets was a waste of money, a waste of time. They don't support it. The last administration, for 4 years, the SEC fought tooth and nail trying to destroy the cryptocurrency market. Like most all exchanges left the United States except Coinbase and Kraken, because they were terrified of losing control of the US dollar and the corrupt system that keeps everybody in bondage and debt and poor. Cryptocurrencies was allowing people and allowing everyday retailers to come out of debt, to come out of poverty and steward their own wealth, steward their own retirements, not in a 401k, not locked up in an institution. Now that that administration is gone and this administration is in, guess now who is best friends and trying to be best friends and accumulating all of these assets in crypto? The banks and the institutions. Now saying, oh, we're going to add all of this to our balance sheets. We're going to start buying the Ethereums. We're going to start buying the Bitcoins. We're going to open this up to our customers. Aren't we amazing? Aren't we the best institutions and banks? Don't we care about our customers? No, they care about lining their pockets and getting ahead of you. That's what they care about. Your job is to get ahead of them. And yet, the church does nothing. The people do nothing. They don't learn. This is so much bigger, and it will be so much bigger than you just buying a Bitcoin or buying $10 worth of Bitcoin. You don't have to buy a whole one, by the way, if you're not in cryptocurrencies. I think Bitcoin right now is what, 92,000? You could buy $1 of Bitcoin if you wanted. That's what makes this so amazing. It's not about that. It is about this web that is forming right underneath your nose, that all of these assets, the cryptocurrency and Wall Street and real estate, everything will be tokenized. Everything will be tokenized on the blockchain. It will all be coded. It will all be. And the 1% that understood this, got in this, learned this, you're not going to be able to win at this without community, because the odds are stacked against us, the retail buyers. You're going to need community. You're going to need a group like Luna Classic I was talking about. 100%, I do believe it'll probably 150x by the end of this month. That's not 150%. That's 150x, which means take $1,000 times 150. You have over 6 figures. That is a wealth transfer. Most people spend 50 years of their life, right, for that little bit of money, $150,000 for retirement. And there's most people right now, because they've heard the Lord, they've been in this market, they've joined communities, they have bought for themselves wisdom, are about to have those kinds of amounts in their accounts within 2 weeks. Able to buy the more Bitcoin, able to buy the more XLMs, money to buy these systems that they will use to run this world. Silver's a part of it, sure. But these are well to well. Silver and gold are great. And there will be, like Terry Saka said it beautifully, there is a super cycle for that. But at some point, everything goes AI and digital blockchain. You cannot take 100 pounds of silver through the airport. Try. First of all, it's heavy. I mean, I don't even know, we're going to get a crane to take it into the air to travel with it, and then you'll get stopped at customs, and then you'll probably get arrested because they think you're money laundering. Whereas digital currency, Bitcoin, peer to peer, you keep it on your phone, right? I mean, it's got value. There's only what 21 million ever made. So it just the value increases, and the whole world hasn't adopted it yet, and it's only $92,000. What do you think's going to happen when the entire world is forced to use these digital assets? This is why most people will be the 1%, because they figured this out. They read the word. They know where this is going. They understand that we will not be able to buy and sell unless we receive the mark of the beast. And guess what? Christians should know we ain't receiving that. And then the argument, of course, always goes to, Lauren, we're not going to be here. We're going to get out of here. Okay. I agree with you. I'm pre-tribulation rapture. I absolutely am. But how far into this are we going to get before he decides to take us to the marriage supper of the Lamb? Are you not responsible to love your neighbor as yourself when they're starving next to you? How do you help your church when half of your church is starving because they didn't heed the warning, and well, you didn't either. So now you're up the creek without a paddle with the rest of them. Where are the Josephs? And if you're not called to be a Joseph, where is your discernment of the times and seasons that you're in? The Lord was very specific. He said, watch always. Every generation was supposed to be watching for his return. I believe this, and I will never come off of this. I've been preaching this since when did I start preaching? 2015. We are the generation that will not die. I believe it 100%. Me and my children, I even believe my grandmother, who is 90 years old, will see the Lord return. I often joke that she's Methuselah because she just keeps going. Everything in her still works. Her eyes, her mind, she's still driving. You know, she's slower and her balance needs, work, but I believe it. And I am not going to miss the opportunity. Listen to me. Listen to me. If you do not get into cryptocurrencies, you are missing out on generational opportunities. And it's happening now. This is why I've discounted all of my things. Masterclass is half off. Patreon is $50 off for the first month. So you can get in there, look at things, watch videos, see how we do things, see if it works for you. I have all this in the description with the coupon codes and everything. Book club. We have all these resources. You should be educating yourself and reading. Don't be caught up in the hysteria because it's unnecessary. I have said this many times. If you are a pastor, I've had a couple pastors contact me to come and teach their churches on this system and the cryptocurrencies and the new economic shift that's ahead of us that we need to know about now. I've had a couple pastors contact me, and I look forward to helping any way that I can. I don't charge. By the way, if you're a pastor and you're watching this and you want your congregation to at least have the knowledge so that they can make their own decisions how they want to build their ark, or if they even want to build an ark, at least give them the opportunity to make that decision for themselves, because how would they know? Like John Kilpatrick said, when I did that video about the reset, that I was shocked that there was a pastor in the pulpit talking about the monetary shift, the dollar, the death of the dollar dying, and cryptocurrencies. And he even said, he's like, how do the people know unless a preacher tells them to make their own decisions? All I ask, I will come to your church and I will teach. Big or small, I don't care. I don't care. I don't charge an honorarium. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in honorariums. That's just me. If you charge an honorarium, that's okay. I'm not judging you. It's just that I don't. I'm just going to wait for the Lord to give me what he feels like I am due. But if you could just get me out there, my family travels with me, so we can drive if it's close enough. But flying out there, that if you could help us get out there with flight and then lodging, I'll come. Absolutely free. Offerings are always welcome for sure, but I don't have an honorarium. And I will do my best to teach your congregation, give them what they need. Just reach out to my assistant, Haley. All of our emails are down below, and I will do that. I don't like poverty. I hate it. I hate poverty, and I hate religion. I hate them. They keep the church, and that is the one thing that the enemy is going to use in the beast system. It is going to be a one world religion, and it's going to be an absolute totalitarian rule in economics, finances. Those two must burn up in your life, and you must take the bull by the horns, guys, in the church with the money, with understanding what they're building underneath your noses, and get ahead of this. No more. Any excuses, guys. Can you sit back and go, I don't get it. I don't understand it. Our gold and silver is God's money. You are so naive. This is it. I'm not getting frustrated. I just have a lot of passion, a lot of passion about this because I understand what's coming. You know, I'm trying hard to build on our property a place of refuge for people to come. You know, if you feel led in your heart to give, I am trying to build a venue center on our property that we bought so that we can have revivals and meetings out there. And then I can also use it as a venue for like weddings so that we can fund the ministry. If you guys would help us, would love to help us build that, that would be great. We're going to start off humbly with like an event tent, or actually my husband is heading to the county today to talk to them about just putting a tent up there at first so we can raise the funds to put a venue up. So if you donate, first of all, thank you for donating because you're helping when you do. There's a few of you, and you guys know who you are, who donate. And when you do, you really have no idea how on time your donations are for paying staff, for paying our web developer, Haley. You guys have no idea how you're helping. Usually there's just enough to pay the staff, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for that. Thank you. All of our businesses and a lot of the funds from Patreon and Book Club, they fund the ministry as well. And if you feel led to give, that is what I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build an event tent on the property and a parking lot, like gravel probably. It'll have to be cement or asphalt's very expensive, to where we can have meetings and revivals and healings and things up there as the Lord leads, and then double it as some kind of venue to be rented out for extra income for the ministry and the property. So giving and everything is down below as well. I just want to encourage you guys that it is not hard. Please take this serious. Cryptocurrencies is bigger than just a new fad or way of investing. It is the beast system. But in order to overcome the beast system, which we won't, but before the Lord gets here and takes his bride, we can sail on top of the wave instead of underneath it, and be able to build the things that he needs us to build for bringing in the harvest. Okay? And you cannot do that broke. You don't want to be underneath a barrel with the barrel on top of you. Being in poverty is so hard. Having wealth is hard, and being poor is hard. They're both hard. Keeping it, not creating it. Creating it is easy. Keeping wealth is hard. Being poor is hard. Just choose your hard. Okay? You put as much energy into clipping coupons, finding discounts, complaining about the prices of things, more than you do trying to create wealth, invest in yourself to be able to have wisdom to create wealth. If you put more energy into the latter, you would come out of the hole that you're in. You really would. It's all about a mind shift, and it's all about how you value your time. Remember that. You must have discipline. You know what the word disciple means? Disciplined one. The Lord is really working with me on that. I'm like, Lord, I want to be the best disciple. I'm a disciple of yours. Aren't I, Lord? Aren't I a disciple? And he's always reminding me, well, are you disciplined enough to be a disciple? Oh, Lord, I want to so bad. Show me. Show me where I'm not disciplined in areas I need to be. Most of you are in poverty because of lack of discipline. Most of our relationships with the Lord are not where they should be, and we want it to be so bad because of lack of discipline. A disciple is disciplined. You maybe don't know the times and seasons that you're in, or where we are in time, or about this economic shift, because you lack discipline in reading your word and knowing. You're too busy with distractions and vacations and buying this and buying that. Maybe it's paying bills. Maybe it's just trying to survive. But that's not an excuse. There was a time where I was trying to survive. Sean, my husband, we were trying to survive, but I never let that be the excuse of why I was poor. I found ways to invest. I found ways to buy different things. I found them. I never let I can't afford something dictate anything I ever did. Like when I left my full-time job in the hospital to come full-time and I was a respiratory therapist in the ICU units in a hospital to come and do full-time ministry. I never once said I can't leave my job because I won't have health insurance. I can't leave my job because I have a 401k I have to pour into. Absolutely not. That never dictated any of my decisions. I said, no, I will find a way to do everything that I have here, doing what the Lord's called me to do. I am not going to be a slave to the system any longer. They're not going to dictate what I can and cannot do. I get to dictate that. The Lord dictates that for me. By the way, all of those things worked out and we figured things out. There's other ways of doing things if you just changed your mindset. Amen? You can do it. You just got to be determined and disciplined to do it. Like I said, take advantage of these opportunities we have on our website. Take advantage of these tools. We spend a lot of time with Find Your Tribe. If you do not have a church in your area, Haley is adding new churches every week that are on fire, Holy Spirit filled, operating signs, miracles, and wonders, healings. Just love the Lord and His presence. They're on the site. Go to your state and see what pops up and see what's near to you. If there's one an hour away, drive. It's better to spend time going than staying alone and isolated in your house. Go get under the presence. Go get in the fire. And if you don't see anything in your area, wait. Haley is actively always plugging things in. Or ask the Lord if you need to relocate. Amen? Get financial education. Use these tools. If you don't know anything about cryptocurrency, like at all, you need to start with the masterclass. And you need to finish it. There's also a lot of people that have like wrote into me or have talked to me. Oh, I did your masterclass. I didn't finish it. Oh, I need to go back because I only got halfway through. And yet they're asking me all these questions. Listen, spend time eating the wisdom that is put in front of you. If you need to go back and redo things. Focus. Take it in little increments. Go back, do it again. And then when you get through the masterclass, you have the opportunity to come to the Patreon and be mentored there by me and Austin. His is on Monday, mine is on Tuesday, and there's an entire community of brothers and sisters waiting for you. We're very, very active over there. They're very helpful. Dreams and visions are always posted. It is a great community. It is a great community. Amen? Take this serious, take it serious, take it so serious. And I will see you guys for a live tomorrow. I am live every Friday, and I will see you then. You guys take care, and look at all the tools in the descriptions. They're there to help you. All right, see you next time. Bye.